But I'm Mike Wilbon. I'm told it's World Television Day, Tony. You like working in television?
I'm Tony Kornheiser. It has given me so much.
Like what?
This platform, these people, beach house in Delaware.
Oh, there's that.
Works out.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Got that big gated.
It's not gated. No, we have a gate. It's not a.
Walked through the gate.
In Arizona, you live in a gated community. I do not live in a gated community, but I have a gate.
I like the gate.
Got 3 feet high, a gate. Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, the Chiefs try to stay alive. LaMelo Ball is reportedly open to a trade, and Alex Ovechkin posts a hat trick. But we begin today with last night's Thursday night game in which the Houston Texans, a 6.5-point underdog at home, smothered Josh Allen. Sacked him 8 times, won the game 23-19. Buffalo is now 7-4 and 2.5 games behind New England in division. The Texans have won 3 games in a row with Davis Mills substituting for the concussed C.J. Stroud. They're 6-5 and a half game out of the playoffs right now. Wilbon, what is this loss due to your estimation of the Bills, and how much does this win elevate your perception of the Texans?
You know, Tony, I'm not going wildly out of the middle on this because in my weekly pool, I picked Houston narrowly. No confidence in it, but they're playing that game at home. They've got the number 1 defense. We knew that going into the game.
That's right.
So, now they beat up on Josh Allen.
They did.
In a way that we're not accustomed to seeing. 8 sacks, right? And so you got 3 turnovers from Buffalo. You got the 8 sacks. They just look powerful, Houston's defense. But I don't know if offensively they can hold up the rest of the year, particularly with the uncertainty at quarterback, to even make the playoffs.
I'll get to all of them.
Even make the playoffs. But Buffalo, Tony, I don't want to overstate it. Buffalo, despite all that we just talked about, Buffalo had a chance to win that game in the end on the road. I'm not going crazy.
Okay, so I will start with Buffalo. Buffalo cannot stop the run. Cannot stop the run at all. Buffalo has no wide receivers that are particularly threatening. Buffalo at the moment has Josh Allen and James Cook and essentially nothing else. I think it's possible, I don't think it will happen, I think it's possible they could miss the playoffs. And can you imagine a year in which Buffalo and Kansas City both miss the playoffs? Houston has surprised me. I understand that C.J. Stroud is a better quarterback than Davis Mills. But when C.J. Stroud was in there, Houston was 3-5. And with Mills, they are 3-0. He's got 5 touchdown passes, only 1 interception. In those 3 games, he's gotten the team to 75 points, which is a lot of points. He has been everything you could want of a backup. Everything you could want.
Of a backup.
Of a backup.
And
I'm not saying he's a starter.
That can mean holding the fort
That's
for 3
exactly
games.
right. That's exactly right. So on this high-quality program yesterday, Booger McFarland extolled the Washington defense, and the Houston defense, and it turns out he's 100% right.
He is 100%.
Okay, they held Buffalo to 3 points in the second half. On 40% of the snaps that Buffalo had in the second half, they gained either no yards or negative yards. They have only allowed more than 20 points once all year, and statistically, they have the best defense in the entire league. I agree with you about the offense. Do they have enough offense? But what is interesting to me now,
home last night on night you sacked Josh Allen 8 times.
The AFC has completely turned upside down. It's upside down. You have Houston, you have Indianapolis.
Yeah, but those teams were supposed to be better even a year ago.
You have Denver, you have New England.
A year ago.
You don't.
I mean, but that's
saying,
Tony. There's a coming draft. There's free agency. The leagues, all of them are built to reward being bad for a while and you rise to the top. It's not going to last forever for Kansas City, and Buffalo hadn't even got there yet. Not all the way there. Houston going to make the playoffs, yes or no?
I think they will. I think that division that they're in, which used to be a lousy division with Indianapolis and Jacksonville, they are all 3 playoff candidates.
Can you get rid of the all-red uniforms? The Thursday night thing with the whole color, stop it. It's just dumb.
I don't like it.
Let's move to the biggest NFL game of the weekend. Colts at Chiefs. The Colts are one of the biggest surprises in the league at 8-2. So are the Chiefs at 5-5. But Kansas City would appear to need this win to stay alive for the playoffs. Tone, do you expect the Chiefs to get it?
Okay, so let me just state first, this is a 1 o'clock game. This is the biggest game of the weekend. It's on at 1 o'clock. Here are some 4 o'clock games, right? Browns, Raiders, Jaguars, Cardinals, Falcons, Saints at 4. What?
Shows you the television executive can screw it up too.
Do I expect the Chiefs to win? I do expect the Chiefs to win, but I expected the Chiefs to win at Denver after a bye, and they did not. I expected Buffalo to win last night, and they did not. I think that my expectations are based on a muscle memory of the 6 to 8 preceding years in which Buffalo and Kansas City always made the playoffs. So that's sort of what I expect. The fact is that these are not the Chiefs of last year.
No.
They were 11-0 in one-score games last year. They're 0-5, I believe, in one-score games this year. Patrick Mahomes is not the Patrick Mahomes of last year. He is not as effective close and late, and I'll give you a statistic here. In 11 snaps in close and late, okay, and close and late is defined as a one-score game and starting a drive in the last 5 minutes of the game. He's like, I don't know, 2 for 10 on 29 yards, and he had that bad sack last week. So, I mean, and the Chiefs' defense gives up first downs late, so it's not the same.
Tony.
It's not the same.
It doesn't last forever for anybody. You and I covered a lot of the 49ers, Montana to Young, under Walsh, with, of course, Rice. And at some point, you know, the Giants caught him. I remember Joe Montana laying out on the turf, having been knocked out late in that run that the 49ers had. We've seen all the great teams.
But do you think Kansas City will win this game?
Yeah.
So do I.
Because I thought the 49ers would win all those games too, and they didn't. And then you thought the Giants, you thought the Bears of the 85. You think they'll win all the games until they don't. And because the other teams are working hard to catch them. There are teams that have been chasing Kansas City unsuccessfully for a dozen years.
Not a dozen, but
close. 10.
Close.
And now, so Denver looks like it is going to say, aha, we got you. So let's see how this plays out. Yes, I expect Kansas City to win this game. But you know what? Colts are pretty good.
Would you agree that Indianapolis and New England are the biggest surprises this year? Indianapolis and New England.
There's no doubt about that.
Here is why Indianapolis has to win this game. Here is their schedule coming up. Listen to this. At Kansas City this game, home Houston, at Jacksonville, at Seattle, home 49ers, home Jacksonville, at Houston. There's not a cupcake in that. They could lose more than that. There's not a cupcake in it. Let's move. Let's move to the NBA and LaMelo Ball. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
He was Rookie of the Year for Charlotte in 2021. Since then, he's been hurt a lot and has disappeared before our eyes. Well, according to Yahoo, Ball has grown increasingly frustrated and is open to a trade. Ball said after practice today, quote, "I love being here, so it's just false info," unquote. Wilbon, do you consider Ball to be a trade target of consequence?
Depending on who's doing the targeting. We talked about this in a different context with John Morant, where you've got just an otherworldly talent. Ball is a talented kid with the ball. He's something of a wizard with the ball in his hand. They're making a difference because he's not playing for a team that's been any good, but he also hasn't been good enough to lead, to inspire, to make other players better. He's not been that guy. But perhaps if he's somewhere else, I'm going to mention the team you and I mentioned with John Morant, the Celtics. A place where you've got structure, you've got history, both recent and long-term. You've got the kind of discipline starting at the top of the pyramid that affects everybody. So maybe if he's targeted by that kind of franchise,